צדק ומשעת מהכון כיסאו, אוהבי אדוני שמעו רע, שומר נפשות וחסידיו מיד רשעים יצילם. אור זרוע לצדיק, אור זרוע לצדיק, ורשרי לב בשמחה. שמחו צדיקים באדוני, והודו לזכר קודשו.
Psalm 98.
מזמור שיר לאדוני שיר חדש, כי נפלאות עשה, הושיע לו ימינו וזרוע קדשו, הודיע אדוני ישועתו, לעיני הגויים גילה צדקתו. לבית ישראל ראו כל אפסי הארץ את ישועת אלוהינו, זכר חסדו ואמונתו. הריעו לאדוני כל הארץ, פסחו ורננו וזמרו.
We continue on the next page.
זמרו לאדוני בכינור, בכינור וכל זמרה, בחצוצרות וכל שופר, הריעו לפני המלך אדוני, ירעם הים ומלואו, תבל ויושבי בה, נהרות עם חוקף. יחד הרים ירננו לפני אדוני, כי בא לשמור הארץ, ישפוט תבל וצדק, עמים ומשרים. אדוני מלך, ירגזו עמים, יושב קרובים, תנות הארץ. אדוני בציון גדול, ורמו על כל העמים, יודו שמך גדול וקדוש ונורא הוא. ועוז מלך נשמע אחר, אתה כוננת משרים, משפט וצדקה, ביעקב אתה עשית. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו, והשתחוו להרום רגליו וקדושו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו, והשתחוו להר קדשו, כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו.
Psalm 29.
מזמור לדוד, הבו לאדוני בן אלים, הבו לאדוני כבוד ועוז, הבו לאדוני כבוד שמו, השתחוו לאדוני בהדרת קודש. קול אדוני על המים, אל הכבוד יראים. אדוני על מים רבים, קול אדוני בכוח, קול אדוני בהדר. קול אדוני שובר ארזים, וישבר אדוני את ארזי הלבנון, וירקידם כמו עגל, לבנון וסיריון כמו בן רמי. כל אדוני חוצב להבות אש, כל אדוני יחיל מדבר, יחיל אדוני מדבר קדש, כל אדוני יחולל איילון, ויחשוף יערו ומחלו כולו אומר כבוד. אדוני למבול ישב, וישב אדוני מלך לעולם. אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום. Amen.
We continue now with Lecha Dodi. I'm going to ask Harold and Don to serve as our ushers for the door. And as always, we're going to be doing stanzas 1, 2, 5, and 9.
Lecha Dodi לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה, שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשמו לתפארת ולעילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה, לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נגסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, כי באורך תומי אורי, אורי אורי שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ברינה ובצוהלה. תוך אמונה עם סגולה, בואי כלה, בואי כלה, תוך אמונה עם סגולה. Shabbat Malketa.
Please be seated. We're going to finish up here with Psalm 92.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון, להגיד בבוקר חסדך אמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור, עלי נבל, עלי היגיון בכינור, כי שימחתני אדוני בפועלך ומעשה ידך ארנן. מה גדלו מעשיך אדוני, מאוד עמקו מחשבותיך, איש בער לא ידע, וכסיל לא יבין את זאת, צדיק כתמר יפרח, כרז בלבנון יזכה. שתולים בבית אדוני לחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו עוד ינבון בשיבה דשנים ורעננים יהיו להגיד כי ישר אדוני צורי ולא עוולתה בו. Thank you.
So we're going to read the English of Psalm 93, and then we'll continue on with Chatzi Kaddish. So please join me in English on page 141. Adonai is sovereign, and God is clothed in grandeur. Adonai is robed. God is guided with strength. The world stands firm. It cannot be shaken. Your throne stands firm from of old. From eternity you have existed. The ocean sounds, Adonai. The ocean sounds its thunder. The ocean sounds its pounding. But above the thunder of the mighty waters, more majestic than the breakers of the sea, is Adonai, majestic on high. Your decrees are indeed enduring. Holiness befits your house, Adonai, for all time. I invite you all now to turn to page 144 for Chatzi Kaddish.
התגדל ויתקדש בהרבה על מה דיבר חירותה והמליך מלכותה בחייכון אוהב יומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה יתברך. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי תקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן ועלמה ואמרו amen.
Whether you can rise in body or spirit, I invite you to rise on page 146 for the bar.
ברכו את אדוני המבורך ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם.
Ma'ariv Aravim on page 148. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher b'toro ma'ariv Aravim, b'chokhma poteach sha'arim, u'bitunam mishaneh itim, u'machalif et hazmanim, u'msader et hakokavim, b'mishmerotehem barakia kirotzono, borei yom v'layla, bolel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or, ומבדיר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה. אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. Baruch atah Adonai, Amariv Aravim. Ever living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity.
Amen.
Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, Amariv Aravim. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah, mitzvot, laws, and precepts. Therefore, Adonai, our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night, we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. The Shema, ladies and gentlemen.
Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Hashem, Kavod, Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Please be seated. We're going to continue with chanting the trope of the V'ahavta on page 154.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך ובביתך ובלחמתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידך, והיו לטטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם, אמת.
Page 157. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world that is far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth together. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love. From bondage in Egypt, we were delivered. At Sinai, we bound ourselves to your way together. Inspired by prophets, instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces. And though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and in peace, and then we shall rejoice as Israel did, singing at the shores of the sea. Mi chamocha, everybody.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha neder v'kodesh norat eilot aseh ele. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע ים לפני משה ומרים, זה עלינו ואמרו, אדוני מלך לעולם ועד. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
Page 161. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up, waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai hafores sukat shalom, aleinu ve'al kol imo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. We continue now with a song for Shabbat V'Shamru in the traditional East European mode.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, השבת. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, השבת. לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. בני ובני ישראל עוד היא לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת
Once again, I invite you to please rise for tefillah, beginning on page 164.
Adonai שפתיי תפתח, ופי יגיד תהילתך. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו אלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק, אלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל, אלוהי לאה, ואלוהי מלכת אסתר. האל הגדול הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו ואהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני מחיי הכל, אתה רב למושיע משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורואה עולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בגבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך מנהיג ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ולמעלתה לחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלע ברוך אתה אדוני האל
Please be seated, everyone. We continue now on page 175. Ever-present one, may we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and in our prayers, wherever we live, wherever we seek you, in the land of Zion, restored in all lands. You are our God, whom alone we hold in reverence. Baruch atah Adonai, shotecha levadcha b'yirah na'avod. Page 77. 177, forgive me. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of our soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha lecha ne'eh lahodot. We conclude now with Shalom Rav on page 178. We'll follow with a few moments of meditation.
Shalom, shalom, shalom Rav al Yisrael Amecha, tasim leolam. כי אתה הוא מלך אדון לכל השלום וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. ברוך אתה אדוני המברך את עמו ישראל וכל יושבי התבל בשלום.
Say Shalom, page 20. Say Shalom, B'Rama, Say Shalom, Aleinu, Le'al Kol Yisrael, Le'imru, Amen. Say shalom Nirmala. Say shalom Aleinu. Ve'yakol Yisrael. Ve'imru. Say shalom. Shalom Aleinu. Yakol Yisrael. Shalom Aleinu, Yahweh Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu, Yahweh Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Yahweh Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, Yakol Yisrael. Well, I haven't encountered a cantorial voice like that since rabbinical school, and I imagine for many of you, you've not experienced much of that, but it's glorious. And in trying to describe this to you, I started writing something, and then I realized whatever I wrote was really a pale imitation of something that Abraham Joshua Heschel wrote back in 1964. And so instead of giving you my remarks, I edited down his remarks, and I thought I would share with you his reflections on prayer and song together. What does a person expect to attain when entering a synagogue? In the pursuit of learning, one goes to a library. For aesthetic enrichment, one goes to the art museum. For pure music, to the concert hall. But what then is the purpose of going to the synagogue? Many are the facilities which help us to acquire the important worldly values, skills, and techniques. But where should one learn about the insights of the Spirit? Many are the opportunities for public speech. Where are the opportunities for inner silence? It is easy to find people who will teach us how to be eloquent, but who will teach us how to be still? It is sure important to develop a sense of humor. It is also not important to develop a sense of reverence. Where should one learn the eternal wisdom of compassion, the fear of being cruel, the danger of being callous? Important as precious as is the development of our intellectual faculties, the cultivation of the sensitive conscience is indispensable. We are all in danger of sinking into vanity. Where should we become sensitive to the pitfalls of cleverness or to the realization that expediency is not the acme of wisdom? We are constantly in need of experiencing moments in which the spiritual is as relevant and as concrete, for example, as the aesthetic. Everyone has a sense of beauty. Everyone is capable of distinguishing between the beautiful and the ugly, but we also must learn to be sensitive to the Spirit. It is the synagogue where we must try and acquire such inwardness, such sensitivity. To attain a degree of spiritual security, one cannot rely on one's own resources. One needs an atmosphere where the concern for the Spirit is shared by a community. We are in need of the company of witnesses, of human beings who are engaged in worship, who for a moment sense the truth that life is meaningless without attachment to the Most High. It is the task of the cantor to create the liturgical community, to convert a plurality of praying individuals into a unity of worship. Pondering his religious experience, he wrote in 64, so it's always a he, a Jew will realize that some of the greatest spiritual events happen in moments of prayer. Worship is the source of religious experience, of religious insight, and some of us live by what happens to us in the very hours we spend in the synagogue. These hours have been in the past the wellsprings of insight, the wellsprings of faith. These are wellsprings that are still open to us. but can we use them in our time? So one must realize the difficulties of the cantor, the call to prayer that often falls against an iron wall. The congregation is not always open and ready to worship. Prayers may enter the ears, they do not touch the hearts. The right Hebrew word for the cantor is actually Baal Tefillah, a master of prayer. The mission of a cantor is to lead in prayer. He does not stand before the ark as an artist in isolation, trying to demonstrate his skill or demonstrate vocal feats. He stands before the ark not as an individual, but with a congregation. He must identify himself with that congregation. His task is to represent as well as to inspire a community. Within the synagogue, music is not an end to itself, but a means of religious experience. Its function is to help us to live through a moment of confrontation with the presence of God, to expose ourselves to the Holy One of blessing in praise, in self-scrutiny, and in hope, to be the voice of glory, to sing its silence, to utter, so to speak, what is in the heart of all things. The glory is here, invisible and silent. Man is the voice. His task is to be the song. The cosmos is a congregation in need of a cantor. To sing means to sense and to affirm that the Spirit is real and its glory is present. In singing, we perceive what is otherwise beyond perceiving. Song, and particularly liturgical song, is not only an act of expressing, but also a way of bringing down the Spirit from heaven to earth. The numerical value of the letters which constitute the word shirah, which means a song, is equal to the numeric value of the word tefillah, or prayer. Prayer is a song, as Chronicles tells us, saying, sing to him, chant to him, meditate about all the wonders, about all the mysteries that surround us. That wonder defies all description. The mystery surpasses the limits of our expression. The only language that seems compatible with wonder and mystery of being is the language of music. Music is more than just expressiveness. It is rather a reaching out towards a realm that lies beyond the reach of mere verbal propositions. And here I really identify with Heschel. He says, I am neither a musician nor an expert on music, but the shattering experience of music has been a challenge to my thinking on ultimate issues. I spend my life working with thoughts, and the one problem that gives me no rest is, do these thoughts ever rise to a height reached by authentic music? The cantor's voice must neither replace the words nor misinterpret the spirit of the words. Entering the synagogue, I first relinquish all I know and try to begin all over again. The words are sometimes open, at other times they are locked. Even in such embarrassment, song is a sphere that will admit even the poorest person of faith. A word has a soul, and we must learn to attain insight into that soul's life. Words are commitments, not only the subjects of matter for aesthetic reflection. This is our current affliction. We say words, but we make no decisions. We do not even know how to look across a word to its meaning. We forget how to find the way to the word, how to be in intimate terms with the few passages in the prayer book. We are familiar with all words, but we're at home with none of them. What are we exposed to in the atmosphere of the synagogue? We are exposed neither to sacred words alone, nor to spiritual tunes alone. This indeed is the essence of our liturgy. It is a combination of words and music. Great as music is, it is neither the ultimate nor the supreme. The ultimate is God, and the medium in which God's guidance has been conveyed to us is the word. Music is the language of mystery, but there is still something greater than mystery. God is the meaning beyond all mystery, the voice that goes on forever, and we are being pursued by it. We have neither icons nor statues in our synagogues. We do not even need visible symbols to create for us a mood of worship. All we have are the words of the liturgy and the reverence in our hearts. So the cantor has a secret mission: to convert, to lead people. There are hardly proofs for the existence of God, but there are witnesses. Foremost among them, the Bible and the music we compose in response to it. Our liturgy is a moment in which these two witnesses come to expression. It says in the Talmud, on the evidence of two witnesses, a claim is sustained. Our liturgy consists of the testimony of both music and the word. We Jews claim that one without the other is unintelligible. There is the liturgy, but there is also the inter-approach in response to it, a way of giving life to words, a style in which the words become personal and unique utterance. The Lord commanded Noah, go into the teva, that you and all your household. Now, teva means an ark or a giant boat or a box, but it also means word. In a prayer, a person must enter the word with all he has, with heart and soul, with thought and voice. Where is the Shekhinah? Where is the presence of God to be sensed? According to Tikkunei Zohar, the Shekhinah is in the words of our tradition. God is present in sacred words. In praying, we discover the holiness in words. Song is the most intimate expression of man. In no other way does man reveal himself so completely as the way he sings. For the voice of a person, particularly when in song, is the soul in its fullness and its nakedness. The story is told. A learned man once lost all of his sources of income and was looking for a way to earn a living. The members of his community who assisted him for his learning and piety suggested he should become a cantor, but he considered himself unworthy of serving as the messenger of the community, as one who should bring the prayers of his fellow men to the Almighty. So he went to his master, the rabbi of Hasidim, and told him of his sad plight, of his being afraid to accept it and to pray for his congregation. And the rabbi's answer was simple: be afraid and pray. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. So it's time for our announcements. Who's our officer tonight? Wait, oh, Molly, come on up, Molly. Have to do all of that. You just mentioned our book club.
Very good. Toda rabba ba'al tefillah. Appreciate all that you've done. I think he's brought us to a time and place that few of us have experienced in our Jewish lives. I know it's a time and place where I've not been before, so I'm very appreciative of that. And I hope that all of you will consider how it has moved you, how it has struck you, what it has brought to your prayer life, and let it be known to myself as head of ritual or to any of our board members how it has affected you. Be much appreciated. Okay, the rest of our announcements. Our first book club, the nonfiction book club,
History
Schmistery, right, is going to be The Very Worthy People Love Dead Jews by Dara Horn, a best-selling, witty, and poignant set of essays on remote and recent Jewish history. I will interject here. Our mostly fiction book club has read fiction by Dara Horn, who wrote this book. And I'm almost to the end of the book, okay, and I have found it delightful, disturbing, fun. And so I encourage everybody to read the book. People Love Dead Jews by Dara Horn. Okay, the group will meet for the first time on Wednesday, March 9th at 7:30. The meetups will continue on the second Wednesday of every month at 7:30, and you can RSVP on the website. In person, Zoom?
We're going to go in
say.
person. We're going to go
in person. Okay. Yay, we're opening up. Yeah. CKA blood drive. Help us give the gift of life by donating blood at our quarterly blood drive on March 12th from noon until 4 p.m. Carter Blood Care asks that you sign up in advance so they manage the process more effectively. There are still time slots available, so please sign up using the link on the website where everything is. And if you have any questions, please contact Melissa Hart, our blood drive coordinator. Melissa's here this evening. Jewish Community Night with the Dallas Stars. The Dallas Stars are excited to announce our first Jewish Community Night, partnered with the Jewish Federation of Fort Worth and Tarrant County and the Jewish Federation of Greater Dallas. The game will be on Tuesday, March 22nd at 7:30. Come cheer on the Stars as they take on the Edmonton Oilers from Washington State. We will be offering all members of area synagogues, their families and friends, a discounted rate starting at $10 a ticket. In addition, each ticket will come with a complimentary Dallas Stars hat. All right. The sign up link can be found on the website. Very good. Yarn Lovers Block Party. I love this. This is great. We plan to yarn graffiti, yarn bomb, the trees at Temple the weekend of April 22nd through the 24th. We need your projects to cover the trees in bright colored crochet or knitted panels, flowers or stripes, big or small, use patterns or freehand. This is purely for fun. We are considering having a low-key flea market for trading of the things you don't want or will never use. It will be a day of stitching, crafting, and making friends. Please reach out to Robin Dennis or Melissa Trapani, who is our Tekin alum, to RSVP or get more details. The picture on the website is so cool. I love the tree that's covered in them. Spring Camp at Green, family camp. Spring has arrived in Bruceville and the camp is the place to be. They are looking forward to seeing our 1st through 5th grade campers April 1st through the 3rd and enjoying the cooler temperatures at spring camp. Whether you join them during the summer or you are curious about trying out camp for the first time, spring camp is a wonderful opportunity to spend time with friends at Green Family Camp. For everyone, come and make new friends, enjoy a Shabbat together, and keep the magic of camp going throughout the year. As always, you can find all the specific details for all these announcements and anything else you might need on the congregation website. Very good. Alicia Bayrock, please. Back page. There. Okay. May the one who blessed our ancestors also bless Harry Anthony, Joyce Bloom, Natalie Bavino, Sandy Cook, Mark Davis, Sam Graber, Michelle Griffith, Jody Hoffman, Sharon Jacobs, Carol Jones, Molly Kalig, Joseph Katz, Deb Kaufman, Toby Kennedy, Lauren Koenig, Alex Koenig, Gianna LaMonica, Deb Ledden, Phyllis Lorelli, Shirley Lunsford, Mario Major Sr., Liz Naria, Paul Redwood Jr., the Rogers family, Sandy Garbin Rubin, Adrian Sandler, Myra Schusler, Dale Seaver, Happy Waterman, and Hallel Miriam Ziona. You'll join me in the Misha Bayrock?
It's on the back of your
Yeah, back on. Oh,
Yes,
thank you, thank you. I'm starting over here.
Ken Perkins and Tommy Epstein.
Very good,
Tracy Cooper,
very good.
Sue Berger, Pat Hayworth, Shirley Tatum, Tom Holliday, Harry Jefferson, Sharon Weinberg, and Bev Wilson.
Thank you, Harold.
Ashley Davidson.
Thank you. Thank you.
Robin.
And Robin Dennis, of course. Misha Bayrock Avotenu Makor HaBracha Limotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberak imotenu makor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to invite everyone to turn to page 586. And whether in body or in spirit, I invite you all to please rise for the Aleinu. It's going to be in the lower half of the page.
רבנן ברכו את אדוני המבורך, ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. עלינו לשבח לחלון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר ראשית, שהוא נותן שמיים ויוצר הארץ, ומושכב איתו בשמיים מעל, ושכינה זו בדמהם מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים מעל, ושכינת עוזו, ושכינת עוזו, בגביהם רומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום וחשבותי לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים, בשמיים ממעל ועל הארץ מתחת. אין עוד.
Please be seated, everyone. Page 591. May we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding. Loved each of us for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech, and may we never lift up our hand, but to conquer fear and doubt and despair, and rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness and freedom and peace.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
And now we take time, as do Jewish communities around the world, to remember those individuals who have been important to us but are now no longer physically with us, whether they've died in recent weeks or at this season in years past. And we begin in that spirit by naming Hy Greenberg, the great uncle of John Greenberg, who died this past week. Is there anybody else observing Shiva? Is there anyone here in Shloshim? Anyone who's lost a loved one in the past month? Please.
Jared Beckner.
Thank you. This week, we honor these yard sites of people connected to our community. Dr. Marcia Barrick, Harry Bornstein, Ellie Durr, Ann Egbert, Ralph L. Harris, Betty Helfman, Pearl Hoffman, and Donald Potash. It is our hope that the memory of these loved ones grows sweeter with the passing years.
Amen.
We also offer our sympathy to those who grieve by rising together and turning to page 98, and reciting Kaddish together. Page 598. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma tivrach v'rutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon, v'chayei b'chol beit Yisrael, v'galav v'zman karim v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam ulamei almayah. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei v'yisham v'richu le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damimran ve'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemayim v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mroma Uyase shalom aleinu ve'el kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace and peace to all who mourn and comfort all the bereaved among us. And let us say, amen. Please be seated. Did we decide on a Don Olam for our closing song? What did we do? Hatikva. So ladies and gentlemen, so our closing song tonight is going to be the Israeli national anthem, Hatikva. And you will find that 678, page 678. Now, as is the custom, many of us forget this, but whatever national anthem we are singing, we sing it standing up. So please rise for Hatikva, page 678, bottom of the page.
Kol od balevav penima nefesh Yehudi homiya Fateh mizrach kadima ayin lezion Sophia, od lovda tikvateinu, hatikva bat shnot alpayim, liot am chofshi be'arseinu, eretz Zion, Yerushalayim, liot am chofshi be'arseinu, eretz Zion, Yerushalayim.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Please join us in for a little Kiddush in the other room, and we're delighted that you are here. Thank you so much. That was magnificent. That was magnificent. Come on, everyone.
You're so funny.
Thank you very much. That was
I believe I was